All right, so you want to dive into the world of crypto. Specifically, you're curious about this whole Binance thing, right?
It's definitely a hot topic these days.
For sure. And you sent over this YouTube video transcript all about investing on their platform. Good call, doing your research first.
Oh, absolutely. It's a wild world out there, especially in crypto.
No kidding. So this video seems to jump right into using Binance. But hold on a sec. This transcript throws around some crypto lingo we should probably decode first, right?
You're telling me. It's like a whole new language sometimes.
Right. Like, what even is spot trading? Sounds kind of shady.
Uh-huh. No, nothing shady about it. It just means you're buying and selling cryptocurrency with your own money, just like, right then and there. Like instant coffee, but with crypto.
Okay, so no funny business with borrowing or futures contracts, just straight up buying and selling.
Exactly. Now, another term they toss around is fiat money. Sounds
Mm.
kind of fancy.
Right. Like something a king would use.
Uh-huh. Well, it's actually what we use every day. Dollars, euros, you name it. Basically, any government-issued currency.
Ah, so when they're talking about exchanging fiat for Bitcoin, they mean swapping your regular money for this digital currency.
Precisely. And
Yeah.
just like you'd exchange currency when you travel to a different country, you need a platform to do that with crypto. That's where exchanges come in. And the one this video is all about is Binance.
So Binance is like the digital currency exchange booth at the airport, except it's online and probably has way cooler graphics.
Exactly. And once you've swapped your fiat for some shiny new crypto, you need somewhere to put it. That's where wallets come in.
Ah, the digital piggy bank.
You got it. Each wallet has a unique address like your bank account number, which you use to send and receive crypto. And conveniently, this video mentions that Binance sets you up with a wallet when you create an account.
Handy. But I have a feeling there's more to these wallets than meets the eye.
Oh, you're definitely right about that. There are all sorts of wallets out there, each with its own quirks and security features. But maybe we can save that deep dive for another time.
All right, so let's say we've figured out our Binance account, got our digital wallets ready, and we're ready to grab some of that Bitcoin everyone's talking about. This video makes it sound crazy easy, like ordering a pizza or something.
Yeah, it's definitely streamlined. They want to make it
Mhm.
user-friendly. And this video really shows how simple they've made the process. You just choose how much you want to spend, pick Bitcoin, and bam, you're a Bitcoin owner.
Just like that, huh? Sounds almost too good to be true. I have a feeling there's got to be more to it than that.
Well, of course. While the basic idea is it's straightforward, the video does kind of skip over some important details. Like, remember those fluctuating crypto prices we talked about?
Oh, right, like a roller coaster. Up, down, all over the place.
Exactly. And because those prices are changing all the time, the conversion rate you see when you make a trade, how much of your regular money gets you how much Bitcoin, it's only good for a short time.
So you can't be messing around browsing for the best deal while you're like sipping your coffee.
Not if you want to get that price. The crypto market moves fast. The video does mention this quickly, but it's something that trips up a lot of new investors.
Gotta be ready to pull the trigger. Okay, so we've got our Bitcoin. Now we're hodling, right? That's what the cool kids are calling it these days.
You got it. HODL. It's a misspelling that became a meme, which then turned into an actual strategy. Basically, it means holding onto your cryptocurrency for the long run, riding out those price swings and hoping for big gains in the future.
The crypto world is something else, I'll tell you. Okay, so we've hodled for a while, and now we want to turn our Bitcoin back into, regular money we can actually spend.
Time to cash out. The video talks about 2 ways to do that on Binance. You can withdraw your crypto, or you can use their P2P marketplace.
Withdrawing sounds pretty straightforward, like moving money between bank accounts.
Exactly. You would typically withdraw it to a different wallet, maybe on another platform, or even a personal hardware wallet if you're looking for that extra security.
Okay, so that's if you want to take your Bitcoin off of Binance. But the P2P marketplace, now that sounds interesting. Like digital Craigslist, but for crypto?
It's not a bad comparison. P2P stands for peer-to-peer, which just means you're buying and selling directly with other users on Binance. They act as a middleman to make sure everything goes smoothly.
Oh, wow. The video actually shows an example of a P2P transaction. And get this, the buyer and seller are chatting with each other. Is that a normal thing?
It happens more than you might think. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, anonymity is a big appeal for a lot of crypto users, but there's a surprising amount of community and interaction on these P2P platforms. Remember, these are real people behind those transactions.
It's kind of like the old days, going to a market and actually talking to the vendors, except with Bitcoin.
Yeah, exactly. It's funny how the digital world can bring back those personal touches. But before we get too caught up in the social aspect of crypto,
Okay, before I get too caught up in imagining myself shaking hands with a Bitcoin billionaire, we got to talk about the not so fun stuff. The video makes buying and selling Bitcoin on Binance seem like a piece of cake, almost too easy. Are there like downsides or risks they're not mentioning? Hidden fees, maybe?
you're smart to be thinking that way. I
Yeah.
mean, the video does a good job explaining the basics, but yeah, it definitely makes it all seem a little too rosy. For one thing, Binance is an online platform, right? So, like any website, there's always the risk of security breaches.
So you still got to be careful with your passwords and all that, even in the crypto world.
Absolutely. Strong, unique passwords, two-factor authentication, all that good stuff is still crucial. And then, yeah, there's the issue of fees. Binance isn't free to use. They make money by charging fees for their services.
So what kind of fees are we talking about?
Well, there are transaction fees every time you buy or sell crypto, withdrawal fees if you want to move your assets off of Binance, and there might be some other smaller fees depending on what you're doing on the platform.
Okay, so you got to factor that into the costs too. It's not all just like pure profit.
Exactly. But the good news is that Binance is pretty transparent about their fee structure. They have all the details listed out on their website.
Phew, at least there are no surprises. But speaking of things that might make you say, phew, what about these security risks, hackers and all that? I've heard some scary stories.
Yeah, it's definitely smart to be aware of those risks. I mean, Binance has a lot of security measures in place, but at the end of the day, it's up to you to protect your account.
Right, like don't go sharing your password with random people on the internet.
Exactly. Use strong passwords, enable two-factor authentication, and watch out for those phishing scams. It's like protecting your regular wallet. You wouldn't just leave it lying around, right?
No way. So this video gave us a good starting point, but it seems like there's always more to learn, huh?
Always. That's the thing about the crypto world. It's constantly evolving. What's true today might be old news tomorrow.
That's wild. Well, this has been a fascinating deep dive. We've learned a whole bunch about Binance, how to buy and sell Bitcoin, even how to navigate that P2P marketplace. I feel like I could almost like hold a conversation about crypto now.
Almost. But seriously, it's great that you're doing your research and asking these questions. Knowledge is power, especially when it comes to something as complex as cryptocurrency.
For sure. And speaking of knowledge, I think it's time to wrap up this deep dive. We've covered a ton of ground today. But hey, maybe this is just the beginning of our crypto journey. There's a whole world of other cryptocurrencies out there to explore.
Exactly. It's a fascinating, ever-changing landscape. Just remember to approach it with curiosity, a healthy dose of skepticism, and most importantly, a commitment to continuous learning.
Words to live by. All right, folks, that's it for this deep dive. Until next time, happy investing.